Hello, my name is William. Today I will be discussing about WorkFlow American collaboration and document management software platforms project management module. As you can see, we are on the project management slide. First thing you'll see on the slide is the tasks assigned to me. So these are the active tasks assigned to me. If I want to see all the completed tasks assigned to me, I can switch to the tab completed. These would be all the tasks that I have completed. Let's go back to the active tab. As you can see, these are all the active ones. Let's go into one of them, and I'll go into a bit more detail about them. For example, let's go into the ISO 9001 document review by department. So as you can see, this specific task is under the project quality management. Under this, you can see the title of the task. Then below that, you can see when the due date of this task is, when it was created, and the first steps for this task. Under this, you can see the participants and their decisions. So to the top of the page, we have the progress. So what's progress? Well, progress is something each participant in this task would have. They would be able to adjust the bar based off how much work they have done for the task. So for example, if I've completed 20% of the task today, I can adjust the bar and also include an explanation of what I did basically. Once I'm done, I can click update. Once I update, as you can see under the activities, it pops up the chat that I've completed 20% of the task. So whatever you do on the task, all your participants can see it under the activities. I'll talk about this in a minute. Now let's look at decision. Decision is where you can report your completion of the task. If there are two options, complete and not for me. When this task is not for you, you can put an explanation of why this task is not for you, and then click update. Now below this, you can see who owns this task and who's second in charge of this task. Now let's look at the activities. As you can see in the activities, we can see the history or the log of the participants of this task. Not only is this a log, but you can send a message through the activities, which will be sent to every individual in this task. Now, let's have a look at attachments. Here we can attach any file to the task, whether if it's image, documents, videos, and more. As you can see, we have a manual under this task. When I click on it, it will open up the document. There is no limit to how many attachments you can have in this. Now let's go back to the dashboard. So if you want to create a new project or task, there is a create button on the top right corner. Let's look at how to add a new project. Once you click on it, the first thing you'll see is the project name, the project description, the due date of the specific project, and assigning a second in charge in the project as well. Once you're done, you can hit create project, and your brand new project will be available to be used. Now let's have a look at the create new task button. Once you click on it, you can see that you create a new task from scratch. First, we have the task name, the description. So inside the WorkFlow America, we have two choices to either create the task independently or to create the task connected to a specific project. As you can see, you can choose that project from this list below. Under this, we have initial message. Under this, we have initial message. So you can add any messages for this specific task. Now under that, we have participants. Participants are the users that will be joining to this specific task. I can add participants easily by clicking invite participants. Here we can add a list of participants I can add to the task. We also have the option to add external users. To add external users, we have to have their email addresses. So once we add the external users, they will receive a notification with a link in which they can click to join into the task as an external user. And next, to add participants, we have watchers. Watchers are the people who will oversee a task/project. So they don't do any work on the task, but they can see the progress of the task. So such watchers would be admins, supervisors, managers, and so forth. Now, next to participants, we have attachments. Attachments are where you can add your documents, links, and files. Next to that, we have decisions. In decisions, we have two decisions as the default, not for me and complete. We can add or edit in decisions for the task. For example, if I were to add a new decision called partial, I can also add whether that partial needs explanation or not. After that, I can click add. Now in the decisions for the task, we will have 3 options instead of 2. Now I want to look at the right side. On the right side, we have use template. So we could use a set template. We have due date. We have the priority, which we can set from highest to lowest. We have second in charge, where we can select a person to be second in charge of the task. And then we have the task form, where we can select the task form for the task, and the dependent links for the task form. Lastly, I want to talk about creating steps for the task. As you can see, when we create steps, we have the step name, step description, and the due date for the step. Once you're done adding a new step, you can click update, and it'll create the new steps inside the task. And once you're done with creating your task, you click create, and it'll be assigned under tasks assigned to me. Now I want to have a look at the project tab on the top left. Here, as you can see, once we click on it, it will pop up a menu on the projects assigned to me and the projects that I'm in charge of. So now let's have a closer look into one of the projects. Let's have a look into project management software admin training. As you can see on the top, we have a timeline. On the side, we have a legend explaining the colors and what they mean. Above the legend, we can see that we can look at the timeline based on the day, the week, or by months. Okay, and lastly on the projects, we can see the tasks connected to the project. This concludes American Workflow Collaboration and Document Management Software Platform's Project Management module. If you have any questions or want a more extensive demo, please contact us at marketingteam@americanworkflows.com or call us at 1-347-716-9366. Thank you.